Bitcoin loves to trick people. It's been tricking people for years. It continuously does the opposite of what everyone is thinking. But why? When we look deeper into it, we realize all financial markets have been tricking people for hundreds of years, and the market always wins and the folks always lose. Now, Bitcoin has been repeating the same pattern for years, on schedule every 6 months, having a stochastic RSI cross, and each time it represents a major clue in the market. In this video, we're going to uncover what this clue is and what the next trick is that Bitcoin has for everybody. If you're new here, welcome in. My name is Steve. Hit that subscribe button. Now, we're going to be covering this weekly chart, but I want to address all of the comments begging for me to discuss the quicksand. Steve, what's the latest with the Gaussian channel quicksand? What should we do about the quicksand? Is the quicksand going to make us go back into a bear market? What should I be doing with my portfolio right now? What's the latest on the quicksand? So I got all of the messages, all of the tweets, all of the emails. I'm making that into an exclusive bonus video with exactly what's happening with the quicksand. I'm going to be launching that this Friday along with a bonus trade alert. Both videos will drop on Friday inside of the FFA. The good news is the FFA has been locked for the past 2 months and you couldn't sign up. Right now, time is running out, 48 hours left. You can sign up to the FFA. You get the first week free. You can cancel at any time and get those 2 bonus videos on Friday. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. The problem is the clock is ticking. You're about to miss out. Go to CryptoCrewUniversity.com right now, and lock in your seat before it's too late. I'll see you on the inside. Now back to here. We've got 3 compartments of this chart we need to discuss. We've got to discuss price action in the latest with price action up at the top of your screen. In the middle of your screen, there's a lot happening with the RSI on the weekly chart. We've got to break that down. But most importantly, the stochastic RSI. Every 6 months for the past several years, like clockwork, we're having a stochastic RSI cross, and it represents something very, very, very specific and large, and we're going to get to that. Let's start with price action. When we look at price action, we understand this red line. This red line is the 200 MA. We happen to be on the weekly chart, and this red line happens to be the most critical line in all of Bitcoin. This is not up for debate. This moving average has played a critical role in every single bear market Bitcoin has ever had. A critical role, holding critical support in 2015, holding critical support in 2018, even that COVID crash that everyone thinks threw everybody for a loop. No, it held critical support right there as well. And that was our double bottom. This was our first bottom. That was our second bottom. This was our first bottom in 2015. This was our second. We just had a little bit more of a gap in 2018 because of this parabolic run was not withstanding. We had a market crash right back down to where we were supposed to at the 200 week. This cycle, we had the first ever action below the 200 week. When this happened, a lot of people freaked out. Oh my God, is this the end for Bitcoin? What's going to happen? But the simple story is Bitcoin had our top here and our double top here. This market cycle top was a significantly less percentage than our other parabolic runs. This is by design. This is called diminishing returns. So because Bitcoin didn't have that blow off top that we were looking for with explosive moves to the upside, when Bitcoin came crashing down, it came crashing down in a similar fashion to all the other ones. The only difference was we weren't as high. So when we came crashing down in the same manner, we crashed below this 200-week moving average for the first time ever. Is this a problem? No. This is going to be the new normal. Bitcoin for the next several cycles is going to go below this 200-week moving average in our next bear market. So we're going to have to get used to it. Now, what happened was we had our market cycle bottom here. We had our double bottom here. We had incredibly strong bullish divergence and we rallied up. When we were down here and we had our double bottom, we said, hey, look, Bitcoin is just about to have our stochastic RSI cross. We talked about this in November of last year. And we said, don't be surprised if we rally up to the 200-week moving average. Why? Because that's the most critical line and that's our resistance. And we're probably going to get rejected from it. What happened was it took us a bunch of weeks, but we rallied all the way up to this line and we got rejected. We got rejected from about 25K all the way down to 20. And again, people got very nervous. Oh my God, what does this mean? It's no problem. This is the new normal. This used to be our support for about 10 years. Whenever you take something that was our critical support for years and it's now our resistance, it's going to take some muscle to get through it. And Bitcoin did. It rallied from about 19 all the way up. And we finally caught our breath up here, right? This is what entered Bitcoin into phase one of the bull. Our largest rally coming out of the bear pulled Bitcoin out of the bull. We caught our breath on top of the 200-week moving average, and it was week after week after week above it, and we just dipped below it recently. So what does that mean? Well, Bitcoin just had a very large candle, which broke back through the 200-week. We still have yet to close a candle that holds support on this 200-week. So we're still battling it at the moment. But if you look at, for example, yesterday's video, where we talk about Bitcoin in phase one, switching from red to green. If you didn't see yesterday's video, go watch that. But again, it's a boring phase in the market. It's the disbelief phase where the bulls are saying, you know what? We just had the largest rally out of the bear market. We're going to the moon. Unfortunately, that large group of people end up being wrong. And then we have a whole other side of the people which are saying, hey, we're about to enter absolute bloodbath. Wait and see. The Fed, the interest rates, the war, whatever you want to call it, they're saying we're about to get destroyed. Unfortunately, both of those large parties end up being wrong. Not because of anything but emotion. It's just emotion playing with your mind. The markets like to trick people. And in the disbelief phase, there's a specific trick that the market does, no matter what you're trading, right? We happen to be in cryptocurrency. You can replace crypto with any market and look at any disbelief phase. It's all the same. What happens is there's a huge tug of war with the bulls and the bears. The bulls, those people are usually wrong, and the bears are usually wrong. And what ends up happening is the complete opposite. The market goes sideways for between 1 and 200 days. And the market becomes very, very boring, which makes the bulls really upset and makes the bears really upset. And they don't know what's going to happen. So they start to get even stronger with their argument. The bears are stronger with the bearish case and the bulls are stronger with the bullish case. And it makes for a tough market. What I want you to do is focus just on the facts, right? We're trying to reclaim this 200-week moving average. This is not debatable. This is the most important moving average in all of Bitcoin's history, not just the past day or two or week. In the Bitcoin's history, this is the most important moving average. Not up for debate. Not up for debate. We're trying to reclaim it. We lost it momentarily. This candle that closed right here on June 12th, it closed as resistance. We just had our breakthrough candle. We're trying to confirm it. Time will tell. But that's price action. Let's go to the middle of our screen, shall we? The middle of our screen, we've been following this critical support and this critical resistance / support since, well, for the entirety of 2023. We talked about this back in January 23rd, where we held this as resistance. We came back down, held this as support. We rallied back up, and again, we were met with resistance. Then we had a double top, and then we were like, okay, just brace yourself. Double tops are nothing to play with. But luckily for us, we had a double bottom. Our double bottom proved to be stronger than our double top. Our double bottom was a reverse rally, right? Double bottoms basically say to the market, hey, that bottom is in and we have strong reversal to the upside, which we did. We barreled through this previous resistance level and we went even higher. And when we crashed down from our heights, guess where we crashed to? Markets will trick people, but if you focus on the facts, it becomes easy. If you want to know where we're going to crash to, look left. The facts are always there. We crashed all the way down in a gruesome manner and everyone's going, oh my God, this is ugly. We crashed right down to where our previous resistance becomes support. We showed support. We had a nice rally bounce off of that, but we were still in free fall and we rallied all the way back down to where? Once you break this previous level, you fall to the next level. Markets are very simple. If you break a one critical level, you fall to the next critical level. That's how markets work. We fell to the next critical level, and that gave us the muscle to rally back above. And here we are today, and we want to come back and hold this as support. It was most recently our resistance as latest as May 22nd. We came back down we formed a triple bottom, and now we're trying to come back up. If you see Bitcoin in the coming days to weeks hold this green level, which on a weekly RSI level, we're talking about 59. If you see Bitcoin hold that kind of 59-ish area as support, that's a phenomenal sign of strength. And there's one thing in particular that could make it happen, and it happens to be at the bottom of our screen. When you go to the bottom of our screen, you see the Stochastic Cross Eye. And the story goes like this. Starting back in July of 2021, a couple years ago, we started this unique pattern. And every 6 months, Bitcoin is doing precisely the same thing. Not after a year or after 11 months or 14 months. It's every 6 months, like clockwork. Bitcoin is doing this Stochastic Cross Eye cross. It happened back here in July of 2021. 6 months later, another Stochastic Cross Eye cross with a rally in price. And then 6 months later, another Stochastic Cross Eye cross with a big rally in price. And then 6 months later, another Stochastic Cross Eye cross with a big rally. And here we are today. Yet another Stochastic Cross Eye cross right on schedule. This is something that we've been talking about on our channel. You probably remember well. We've been talking about it for about 2 months. Hey, Bitcoin is not going to have any move until we have this cross. Guess what? We had this cross. Bitcoin was at about 25,000. And it rallied up to 31,000. Everyone's like, oh my God, how did this happen? Our channel has been watching this Stochastic Cross Eye cross for about 2 months. And we said, look, everybody's really excited that the market's going to move. The market will not move until we have a Stochastic Cross Eye cross. You can go back and watch all of my videos. I was like a robot saying the same thing over and over. It probably felt a little bit boring, but I focus on the facts. Men lie, women lie, the charts don't lie. And I said, if you want to know when Bitcoin's going to move, look here. We also noticed a little pattern here in the Stochastic Cross Eye from way last year in May. We had our low here. We had a higher low here. And we said, when we get across, we want it to be below this 20 level and watch this trend line. And right on schedule, we are below this 20 level and we are right on this trend line. And we're going to watch this trend line because our next Stochastic Cross Eye cross, which should happen about 6 months from now, it will happen hopefully right on this trend line. And that's when the market's going to move next with the big rally. Okay, so just like clockwork, these things become easy. Instead of all the noise and all of the news trying to stress you out and trying to make you second guess, and you're wondering and you're trying to flip between bull and bear every day, every week, stay level headed. On this channel, we don't flip ever. We make videos based on the big picture. We called this the bottom and this the double bottom. We never flipped, even though the whole world was against us. Everybody, all over social media was against us, but that's what the facts were saying. Sometimes I don't say what you want to hear. I say what the facts are. And just like clockwork, Bitcoin has had this Stochastic Cross Eye cross. We're trying to hold this level as support. We're trying to hold the 200-week moving average as support. All of these things, kind of the stars are aligning. What could help Bitcoin hold above here as support? A Stochastic Cross Eye cross. What could help Bitcoin hold above the 200-week moving average and finally gain its momentum? A Stochastic Cross Eye cross. When you have these in the market, it tells you that momentum is coming into the market. Price does not move for Bitcoin unless there's momentum. We happen to be in a particular stage of the market, which 72 days ago, we said, hey, look, Bitcoin has probably reached kind of that little top in the market, and the market's going to be boring for the next maybe 100 to 200 days. We're 72 days in, and that has held true. We don't need to change our opinion every day. Oh my God, what's Bitcoin going to do tomorrow? What's Bitcoin going to do the next day? Who cares? Who cares? It's irrelevant what Bitcoin does tomorrow, the next day, or next week. What matters is the big picture. What part of the phase are we in? That's what matters. Then you'll start getting way less things wrong. You'll start making way more money. You'll start having way less stress. Unless you want less money and more stress, keep doing what you're doing. It makes no sense to wonder, what's Bitcoin going to do tomorrow and next week? Who cares? Who cares? Take those ideas, throw them in the trash. That's where they belong. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. What matters are the facts in the bigger picture. Where are we in the cycle? What happens during that cycle that we're in right now? What happens is we go sideways, the market's very boring, and we need something to come into the market to give us momentum. Case in point, Stochastic Cross Eye cross. Could this take us above 31 finally, because we haven't really gotten above there for the past 72 days? Yeah, this could be the trigger. Wait and see, but this could definitely be the trigger. I mean, this is the trigger already to send prices from about 24,000 up to 31. Has it sent us above 31? No, because we're in phase one of the bull. Phase one of the bull is the disbelief phase. Phase one of the bull is tough. Phase one of the bull tricks a lot of people. And phase one of the bull usually loses a lot of people a lot of money. But now that you have some more of the facts, things are going to start becoming more clear, especially if you watched yesterday's video and then today's video and you're like, okay, I'm kind of getting this, this is what I need to do. What you need to do is, if you're on the sidelines, what the hell are you doing on the sidelines? As I said, back when Bitcoin was at 16,000, it's way more risky to be out of Bitcoin than to be in Bitcoin. Everyone at 16 was screaming, we're going a lot lower. We're going a lot, or 15, whatever it was. We're going a lot lower. We're going a lot lower. We're going. It's tough psychologically. Humans have a very difficult time with emotion, with money. We're good with a lot of things, but not with money. With money, we're too emotional. We're like, oh my God, am I going to lose it all? How do I make more? How do I get greedy? That's why altcoins exist. It's like the casino. The only reason, if you're in altcoins, the only reason you're in them is because you think it's going to make you more money. Plain and simple. Don't lie to yourself. Oh, it's the tech. Oh, it's the IP. Oh, they're doing this cool thing. That's BS. You know it, and I know. You're in altcoins because you're greedy. Plain and simple. But it's not your fault. You're a human. Humans are greedy. We have a very difficult time with emotion. That's why if you focus on the facts in the charts, you remove emotion. Suddenly you start making all this money and you're like, oh my God, this feels illegal. Am I robbing a bank? Yeah, kind of. You outsmarted the game. You beat the game. And if you can beat the game, man, life becomes so good. That's why I teach what I do. I'm trying to teach you step by step how to do this. That's why I created courses. That's why I created the FFA. Those things changed lives, plain and simple. Plain and simple. That's a fact. So if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting the same results. Don't let your mind trick you. I was right where you were. I was 16, 17, 18, 19 years old saying, I'm going to beat the game. I know how to beat this. The next trade, I'm going to win back. The next trade, I'm going to do this different. The next trade, I'm going to get back those losses. It didn't happen. I kept doing the same stupid mistake over and over and over again. I kept getting tricked by the market over and over and over again with the same trick. It wasn't even like they were trying to trick me with different things. It was the same stupid trick. And I was just making bonehead decisions. Then I learned how to play the game. I learned the rules to the game. And I learned how to beat the game. And here I am sharing it with you. I probably should keep all these secrets to myself, but that's not the life I wanted to live. It's really not. I want to change as many lives as I can. Anybody could beat this game. You first have to believe you can do it, and then you have to get a strategy and put it to work. That's it. That's really all you have to do. Whether you do it with me or somebody else, you have to learn the rules to the game. You have to learn how to beat the game, and you have to follow those steps and remove emotion. If you can go learn that with somebody else, do it now. Do it today. Don't wait. Don't wait. But this is a game that you can beat 100%. If an idiot like me from a poor background who used to be on welfare, both of my parents, not me personally, but my family was on welfare growing up. Both of my parents dropped out of high school. I was supposed to be another statistic. My mom had me when she was 18. If I could do it, you can do it. You can definitely do it. You can definitely do it. So that's what I have for you today. Once again, with the quicksand, I got beat over the head with all these messages. Steve, please, what's the latest with the quicksand? What's the update with the quicksand? Are we in quicksand? What does it mean for Bitcoin? What should I be doing now? Bonus video dropping this Friday together with a trade alert. These two videos are exclusive and they're going to be incredibly important. They're going to make you a lot of money. I probably shouldn't say that, but they will. They will. They're going to be dropping on Friday inside the FFA, the Financial Freedom Academy that I built for you to have success. It's been locked for the past couple months. You couldn't sign up, but now the time is running out. I just opened the doors, but only less than 48 hours are left for you to get in there. You can get the first week free. You can cancel at any time and get those 2 big bonus videos. It's a no-brainer. I can't make it any easier for you. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Again, CryptoCrewUniversity.com. If you're really interested in financial freedom, I built the best thing on the market. Hands down, it's not even close. If you're interested in financial freedom, if you feel like you're missing trades, if you feel out of the loop in crypto and you want to be a part of a close-knit community, this is the dream. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. I'll see you on the inside. I'll see you right back here in the next video. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs. Are you looking to take control of your financial future and gain financial freedom? I have an incredible opportunity for you. This academy is going to change so many lives. Take absolute beginners to expert in the crypto space. My mini courses also teach step-by-step wealth building and wealth protection with my 7-step process to gain financial freedom. This is your opportunity on a golden platter.